Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to the long-awaited, which most of you I think have forgotten about, Project Gravy. Today is the first day of the rebuild. I bought this car in April, 5 months ago. It's been over at my sister-in-law's ever since. Today, I want to get enough done on it to get it out on the road and park it, because it's taxed, it's MOT'd, and it's insured. Let's get it done. I am on the way to collect Project Gravy. Forgot what it was called for a minute. Project Gravy hasn't been around since April when I brought it here to my sister-in-law's and parked it on her driveway. I only intended it to be there a couple of weeks, but when you keep buying other cars, you just don't get around to it. So finally going to collect it. I've got my trusty topped on with me just in case it won't start. I did disconnect the battery. I have left the handbrake on. If you remember, the convertible was there for about the same amount of time. It's been there for 5 months, and the convertible was there for about the same sort of time. That had the battery disconnected and the handbrake on, and that started and pulled away fine. Hopefully this one will be the same. So it's only 5 minutes down the road now. I've walked here from home, so I will see you when I get there and we'll have a look at it. Right, we're in it. Luckily it's been here for spring and summer, so it hasn't grown any mould at all. It's all nice and clean. It's not really even smelly in here. I forgot we had that stereo in it. I might replace that, put something else in it, possibly. Don't know. Anyway, won't worry about that now. Let's get the bonnet open and we'll reconnect the battery and see if it will start first time. Right, it is the original battery, so whether it's any good or not remains to be seen. Let's give it a try. What do you reckon? First time? It's got power. Yeah, that was good. So that has been here for 5 months and it turned on the button. Right, let's see if the handbrakes is good. This is the damage. I'm not going to go into any great detail. If you haven't seen the walk around video from April, click on the link above or the link in the description below, and that will take you to it to watch that one first. If you want to refresh your memory for the walk around, do the same. So it's basically the door, the wing, and a little bit of damage on the front bumper. So as I said, what I want to do today is I want to change the wing, change the door, get the bumper off. Obviously we get the bumper off to take the wing off, repair the bumper, put the DRL back in, or a new DRL or whatever, put it all back together. I think we've got a broken tab on the headlight. I have ordered some new ones. I'm not sure whether I've got one for that side. I've got a feeling I haven't, in which case of course I will need to put a new one on, but that can always be done afterwards. I want to get it done enough to get it out on the road. Inside, very little to do. Again, just for memory, we got that aftermarket stereo, which I'm not quite sure what to do with. Yeah, can't make my mind up on that one, but we'll come to that at another time. That's not a job for today. I'm not even sure what's in the boot now, because I say it's been over at my sister-in-law for 5 months. Yeah, nothing. Same as was there when we took it over there. Nothing whatsoever. Right, so pre-facelift, so it's got the nicer seats. It's got the revised ECU for the engine and so on and so forth. We got some nice wheel trims, which we've got paint restore, which we'll do again at a later date. We've got aftermarket locking wheel nuts on it for some bizarre reason, which luckily we've got the key. We've got no service history, which we'll have to chase up at the end. So as I say, I've not washed it, I've not done anything to it since it went over there in May. It's been sitting there ever since. Let's get it done. I'm going to set you up on time lapse. We'll do as much as we can, and then we'll come back. We'll come back in. Right, we're making some good progress. So I did a lot of that on time lapse. Unfortunately my phone got full up, so I missed out some of it, but doors all on, all buttoned up, all the electrics are connected. The wing fitted nicely. The inner wing was a little bit buckled, but I've managed to, it was a little bit high here, and I've managed to knock that down. What I've done is I've refitted the bumper, although I haven't repaired the bumper yet, so one of the tabs is a little bit twisted. That needs to be heated up and bent back into shape, but I wanted to put it on just to see that it fits. So it fits nicely both sides, but what I want, the reason for doing that is because that is a little bit out, so that needs moving out a little bit, so I can adjust that. You can adjust it with these screws to a degree, but I think it probably needs bending out a little bit. What I wanted to make sure was it wasn't that the wing was too far out rather than that being too far in. So all I need to do is just move that out a little bit, and then that should be all right. And then do those bolts up, and then obviously we can get the headlight in. The headlight is completely mullered, absolutely no good whatsoever. Look at the state of it. Broken there and broken there. So that's fit for the scrap heap, and unfortunately, same goes for the DRL. That's all broken as well. So we need a new headlight and a new DRL. I do believe I've got both. I will double check, but I'm pretty certain I've got both. I've preempted that I need headlights, so when I see them cheap, I buy them, and DRLs. I think we do have a little crack there, actually. We're going to have to repair that little crack. So we'll take the bumper off again. We'll adjust that. I don't think I need to use the porta power or anything. I think I can just loosen it off and move it on the bolts. I don't think I need to do anything. I might get something in there just to move it out, but I don't need to get the porta power out. It's a pain getting that out just for a tiny little job like that. But yeah, all gone nicely. It all fits on nicely there. Nice gap on the door. Door shuts nicely. The only thing I've got to do is very, very slightly adjust the what do you call it, the striker plate thing. It just touches it a little bit as it goes on. I just need to adjust that up or down, whichever it needs, and then that will shut nicely. Yeah, all fits nice. All is good along there. We've even got the right things on because this came off of an Abarth, I think, this door. There is a door handle on it. I did take the door handle off the other car. There is a door handle on it, but it's actually an Abarth stroke sport one. It's the what do you call it, the satin. So I'm going to have to change it, which is a shame because as it was on there, I thought, oh, that's good, I haven't got to do that. But yeah, I'll put the one on that I took off, and then that'll be that done. Colour match, I mean, it's a bit difficult to tell at the moment because we're some in sun, some in shade, but as far as I can see, in the bit that's in shade, it's a perfect match. I can't see any difference whatsoever. Came off the same year car as this one, the 2014. So yeah, so far so good. Bit of a transformation from this morning. So I'm going to try and get that done today as well. So I'm going to get it back on permanently. Brake. I was looking at the brake discs first of all when I got this off. The discs, they do have a little bit of lipping on this side, a little bit. And the pads are like okay. They're not that bad, but potentially it might come up as an advisory. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's a very, very small lip. I'll see what it's like on the other side. I might put discs and pads on it. I might do. I don't think they were mentioned on the MOT. I'll double check on MOT history. I don't think they were. But yeah, I will see. I think I've got some actually. I think I've already got some in stock. I've certainly got pads. I think I might have some. Sometimes it just pays to do them anyway, doesn't it? Then you can say new discs and new pads, well, not all round because it's got drums on the back, of course. It has got good tyres all round, which is good. They're really nice tyres. I will have to take that strip off of the old door and stick it on. We did that on previous car, can't remember which one it was, and I used double-sided tape rather than Tiger Seal, and it was so much easier. So much easier. So I'll be doing that again. Yeah, all looking good. Pleased with it. Pleased with it so far. Right, let's get on. So yeah. So what have we done? I've cleaned up this bonnet a little bit. There is a little tiny crack in the paintwork there. and there is a dent, as we know, which is why that's showing there a gap. So the rest of it's all right. It's just that bit there. That's because the bonnet's bent. So I think I'm pretty 99.9% certain that I have got a bonnet in this colour. So I think I'm going to change the bonnet. I'm not going to do it for now, because at the moment I just want to get it on the road. But I think we'll probably, rather than repair this, which I could do, I did it on the 500L, much worse than this. I bent it back and filled it and painted it, and it looks all right. But as I've got one, I think I'll just change it, and then we'll sell this one. So we've managed to get that in the right place. I did get the portal power out in the end. I went that way with the jaws, and also went up a little bit as well. All I've got to do is loosen off a bolt a little bit. It's a little bit high just there, just a little bit when I put the bumper back on again, and it was just a very, very little bit high. It's nothing much, but I'm going to try and improve it if I can. Apart from that, it's fine. That headlight is a good headlight, however it's got one broken tab there, and the tab at the top is almost broken. I thought I've got some driver sides, but I don't appear to have any good passenger sides. I could have sworn I did, but I can't find one. But yeah, I've got some repair kits on the way. I may have a repair kit for that. I can't remember, what side was it I'd done recently on another car? I think that was this side. So I ordered some night before last, so they should come in the next couple of days. At least we can get it. I mean, we can leave it on for now, and then obviously with the bumper will have to come off, and we'll change it, or repair it rather, once we get those through the post. So I'm going to leave it for the time being. And is there a dent there? Oh, there is actually. There's a little crease there. Obviously when it's done that, it's creased that a little bit, so it has pushed. Oh right, yeah, there is a gap. There is a bit of a gap there, if you can see it. I never noticed that before, so that has bent that a little bit. So yeah, definitely change the bonnet. As I say, I'm pretty certain I've got one. I don't think I ever used it, because I bought that front of that car and it is the same colour, which is what the wings come off of. So yeah, I will definitely change that, but not today. So yeah, this afternoon I'm going to I'll test these lights, make sure they work. I've got a DRL, which is a good one. I'm going to repair that bumper, and I'm going to change the door handle, put the door card back on. Then I need to check, make sure the window winds down and what have you. I'm sure it will, but just need to check that. As you can see, I've put the mirror on and the triangle bit, and that's all good that side. All needs a good clean, so we'll do that as well, get it clean. I think so. We want to get the bumper on this afternoon, obviously, get the light in and get all those lights working, and then it'll be mobile and not looking like a state like it was before. We'll clean all this up before we put it all on, and as I say, at a later date we'll change that bonnet. I'll just get that bonnet out and make sure there's no damage. I'm pretty certain there's not, but it has been in my garage for a couple of months or so, 3 months maybe. Just want to make sure it hasn't received any damage. I think it is wrapped up in bubble wrap, but just want to make sure. Anyway, I will see you after I've had some lunch. We'll get on and we'll get this bumper repaired. It's not going to take long. I'm just thinking, actually, have I got paint? I'm pretty certain I have. Yes, I can see it. 735A, that's it up there, isn't it? I've actually got 3 cans of it. I think I bought some when I did the last car, and I had a can left over from when I did another car that I had to do a repair on for somebody. So I've got plenty of paint. So yeah, hopefully it'll match. We've had a lot of luck so far in matching paint. So yeah, best of luck to me. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, I've rubbed down the reason. Oh, tripping over the hose pipe. I've rubbed it down. The reason it's covered up with this towel is because I've repaired it. Put that back over there. I've repaired it and primed it, and then it started raining. So there's been a few spots of rain on and off today, but it's now ready for base coat. I've just got to get these bits, so I'm going to go over it again with the panel wipe, and then we'll get some base. I was actually shaking this base coat up for Paints For You. Always get my paints from Paints For You. Yeah, it started to rain, so I've got to clean that off. There was no need for any filler or anything like that. It's just a bit of primer on some of the bits where it had gone back to the plastic, and that should be fine. I think just, again, as always, we hope that it matches. Fingers crossed. It did on the last time I did paintwork on this colour, so hopefully it will do. Right, we got the base coat on, and it has rained on it as well. I stood there with that bit of cardboard over it whilst it was raining, and we got the sun out again now, so I've just been drying it off with the heat gun. I'm just letting it air dry for a little while. I don't want to touch it, and I was trying to move the little bubbles of water around. It hasn't damaged the paint, thankfully. They're just sitting on the surface. It had dried enough before it rained, thankfully. It dries off, it flashes off quite quickly. And then I want to get me the lacquer done, get 3 or 4 coats of lacquer on it, so we can, within the next couple of hours, get it back on again, or less than that really. So I was going to wash it, but I can't really wash it without a bumper on, or can I? I suppose I could. Yeah, why not? Blow it. So you can probably hear the wind, so it's quite windy, so hopefully that will blow and dry away those little droplets of water, and we can then make a start on the lacquer. Again, colour seems spot on, absolutely spot on. I've had luck with this colour before. Yeah, goes on really nice. Pleased with that. Hopefully it'll look good once the lacquer's on as well. Yeah, pleased with that. What I haven't done actually, which I should have done beforehand, is warm up those the tabs, because they're a little bit bent out of shape. I did also notice that the arch liner is a bit bent out of shape as well. I think I've got some in the garage, in the shed, back of the shed. So I'll probably, although I haven't now, I've put it on, I will probably swap those over. Put a decent one on. I'll keep that one. And again, it probably could be heated up and bent back into shape, but I'd rather get one that's in shape. Because it's sticking out one side, or sticking in one side, there's a gap. In fact, I'll show you. Let me go to the car and we'll show you. Not sure if you're going to see it. Yeah, look. See that? That's where it's all crushed in there. So you've got a gap just there. And no, that's not the wing in the wrong place. You can see there it's all bent out of shape. So yeah, we'll have to have a new one on there. It's all right for now, but we will have to have a new one on there. Yeah, this door's a perfect match. Really is. It's dirty, filthy dirty, so's the wing, but you can't see. That could be the original parts. You really can't tell the difference. And I must make sure I take off, before I get give the door to the scrap man, I must take off the rubbing strip as well, because I need to put it on here, which I'll do again. I'll do another time. Yeah, great day today. Got everything done. Well, I haven't finished the bumper yet, of course, but we pretty much got everything done that we wanted to do today. One more thing apart from the bumper that I want to do today is change that door handle. Then I can get the door card back on. It's pointless putting the door card back on and then having to take it off again to do it. I might as well do it now. It doesn't take very long, does it? So yeah, we'll do that whilst in between coats of lacquer. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, Evan's opened again. So I haven't put the light in yet. I'm going to put it in. I just wanted to give it a little bit longer. I managed to get it in the garage before it all went Pete Tong. But yeah, looks good. Looks good. Obviously it'll need a wet sand and a polish. But once again, a lovely match. So what a difference, eh? What a difference from what it looked like this morning. Amazing. Right, we're done for the day now. So the bumper's on, as you can see. The DRLs are in. It's all back together. Yeah, I'm not going to bother washing it because it keeps raining, so I'll wash it sometime over the next couple of days. But yeah, we're all ready to park out on the street. All I've got to do is tax it and then I can stick it out on the street. That is a little bit of a gap there. I don't know, I have strained it up a little bit by warming it up. I don't know if it's just where that's you know, the tab is a little bit out. They're not screwed in here, so it might nip up a bit more. And it might nip up once I've only literally got 2 bolts in at the top, that's all. So yeah, I don't know if it's the bracket or what it is, but this side's fine, as it should be, but that side is just a little bit out, and I probably, I don't know whether it's the wing or whether it's the bumper. Could be either. So I will have a little fiddle about with it at some point in the future. See if we can improve it. We might not be able to, but I'll do what I can. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. I took that off. I put it in the boot. They're actually a strange one. It's like made of rubber. The ones you normally get are sort of a hard plastic. These are sort of a soft are soft plastic, if you like, almost rubber-like. They're really weird. Don't like them actually, but because they're on the car, I'm going to put them back on. So we'll do that another day as well. Yeah, we're done for now. So we'll say we'll give it a wash and we'll get it out in the street, and then we'll come back and we'll do a little bit more. Yeah, I'll see you in a few days. Right, we've prepared all these for primer. So they've all been rubbed down. I've got as much of the damage out as I can. Some of the bits are not, I'm not going filling them. I'm going to prime them. There's only a couple of little bits that are like that, but the rest of it's all right. So I'm just going to leave them here overnight, and then once they've all dried off nicely, tomorrow we'll mask off all the chrome. That chrome has got a few marks on it, but it is what it is. And then we'll get it undercoated. We'll get it primed tomorrow. We'll let the prime go off, and then we'll block that down. I've never actually blocked down the primer before, but Alex at Car Salvage 101 does a lot of these, and he always rubs them down after they've been primed, which obviously takes a bit longer, but probably gives you a nicer, well, will give you a nicer finish, because you'll be rubbing down so the primer is smooth. You do it when you're doing painting on the car. Why wouldn't you do it? I think I was just cutting corners before not doing it. But yeah, I'm going to do that to see how much better they come out. And I better make sure I've got enough paint. I think I have from when I did the last set. If not, I'll have to order some more. And then they'll be ready to go on the car. They can just go in the boot for when the car's finished and ready to go, and then they will set the car off lovely. Right, so notice face mask. So when I was doing some painting not so long ago on one of the bumpers, one of the subscribers told me off. So he said it was silly painting without a mask, and he was right. So I bought some masks. I did have a respirator thing, but it was a pain in the arse. These are really good. Yeah, 3M ones, get a pack of, can't remember how many, but they weren't expensive, but really good. Yeah, so I'm painting the wheel trims, repaired them, washed them down, primed them, rubbed them down with lots of cleaning in between. And I've just put a first coat of top coat. Let me show you how it's coming out. I'm really pleased with it. So that's just one coat. And some of these were a right state. There's a couple of bits on one of them which aren't fantastic. Can't even see which one it is now. That one. Just there. But apart from that, as I say, that is one coat as well. So I'm probably only going to give it one more coat. And I'll tell you what, it made a massive difference rubbing down the primer. As I said before, I've never really done that before. But after speaking to Alex at Car Salvage 101, who repairs a lot of these and sells them, he said, yeah, he always rubs them down. And you do get a nicer finish, smoother finish, because it's always been a little bit on the speckly side before, as you'd sort of expect. But it's worth that extra effort. And I use those soft pad sponge type things as well, and it's really easy. It was a bit rough on the old hand when you're doing it with a piece of sandpaper, but with those it's really quick and it's really easy, and because it's flexible, it's easy to get into all the nooks and crannies. But yeah, well pleased with those. As I say, they are white. They are not the creamy white, they are white. And also the good thing about doing this is because I always have this paint, which is this plastic coat multi-surface spray paint gloss. Don't lacquer it. Lacquer it buggers the paint up, as I found out last time I tried to lacquer it. It doesn't need lacquering, but I thought I was going to give it just a little bit of extra protection, so I put lacquer on one of them and it all bubbled up like crackle glaze. Nightmare. So yeah, don't lacquer them if you use this paint, but they come up absolutely beautiful. As I say, the beauty is if I sell this car to someone and then, I don't know, a month later they curb it and they say, oh, anything you can do, I say, yeah, give me, I don't know, 15 quid and I'll refurbish it for you. And knowing full well that it's obviously going to match. That's the good thing about it, which has happened at least once. So basically I had a spare one which I had refurbed at the same time, and I took it away and took her one away and swapped them over, so I didn't have to go back again. So that was quite good. But yeah, pleased with that. One more coat to do, and then I can just put them away until they're ready to go on the car, and it'll be a job later on that we won't have to do. Right, morning, we are back on the colour therapy. We've done some to this, as you've already seen in the video, and it's been parked up for a little while, and then I need to get back on it now. It's been parked outside, it's all taxed, insured and MOT'd, and I have decided that what I am going to do is to take off these things down the side. The reason being, they're not the normal ones, they're not the normal painted ones, they're like, I think I mentioned this before, they're like rubber. And I'm looking at it out the bedroom window, and I think they look naff. They're not painted to colour, they're just black. Now I was going to obviously put the one on the new door that we've got over here, but I've decided I'm going to take them off. So I'm going to take them off in the same way and hope they don't take any paint off. I don't think they will. But yeah, they're going to come off. So what are we going to do today in this video? Today, as you know, we have got a very naff, broken up arch liner in there. I found another arch liner that I've got, I had in the shed at the bottom of the garden, so I'm going to put the new one of those on. I'm also going to try and improve on that gap, because I don't like that gap. That needs sorting out. And also what we're going to do is I'm going to change the bonnet. I was going to say keep this bonnet. I think I'm going to sell it. It's got this issue here, which is, you know, not that difficult to figure out, but it's also got this here. It's bowed a little bit here. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to spend the time and effort in doing that. I'd rather let someone do it themselves. So I'm going to take a photograph of it on here, and then obviously I'll take some photographs of it off the car, and then we'll sell it on eBay. I don't know what we're going to get for it. I'm going to need to do a little bit more work on the bumper as well, because you can see the transition between the paint. So I need to sort that out. And then I did notice when I got in it today that the wiper blade seems to be parking itself up in the middle. So I don't know whether it's the hatch wiring or the motor. I'm not sure whether it's gone or not. It's not very good, to say the least. Got lots of stuff in here. Yeah, so this is it. So as you know, they stick on just with double-sided tape. But yeah, they're just black. They're not very nice. I mean, I could paint them, but I just don't like them. I'm not sure whether these are... I suppose what they could be, of course, is they could be that maybe that's how they come. And then you have to paint them to colour, which it probably is actually. They're just ordinary ABS plastic. But whoever's decided to put them on decided not to paint them for some reason, and I don't like them like that. So what I'll do is, if I can safely take them off, I might just keep them for when I have a car that I need to change one on, and then I'll try and paint it to colour, or I'll sell them on eBay. I think I'll probably keep them because they might come in handy. You know, I might get one of those ones damaged or something. It'd be quite handy to have them where they're not painted, and that I can just paint them as I need to. So that's what I'm going to do today. We've got to clean it on the inside. I've been playing around with that stereo. I don't want to go changing the aerial, but it's got a radio signal, but the one radio station that I want it to stop on when you do a scan is Capital, and it seems to skip straight past Capital for some reason. So I'm tempted to put an original stereo back in, and then put one of my funky Bluetooth things in. I think I'm going down the lines of that. Your opinions, please, because we've got the microphone there, so you know it's got Bluetooth, it's got Spotify on this stereo. I could of course sell the stereo, but yeah, I'm not sure whether I've got a stereo, but I could certainly. Have we got? I don't think we've got a Blue and Me in here, have we? No, because it's pop spec, isn't it? So there's no Bluetooth. Oh, of course, because we've got the standard steering wheel. So I think I can either do that. I have got an AliExpress Android one, but it's a black one. I haven't got a cream one. And I don't really want to be forking out for one of those. So yeah, I am erring on the side of just putting a standard one in, and then putting one of my funky media units in instead. because I've got a few of those. Got about 4 or 5 of those I've got in stock. I don't know, not sure what to do. Let me know your thoughts. Should I leave that Spotify enabled thing in, which I don't like the look of, or should I just put a bog standard stereo back in and then put one of my funky things in? So we've got a little bit of work to do. A lot of it is just cleaning up. The inside's not very dirty, but I am going to give the seats a clean. We've got to do the usual under the wheel arches, that type of thing, which we've done on the other car, on the white car recently, which I've literally just finished today, which you've now seen. Yeah, okay, let's I'll think off of camera, but I think the first thing I'm going to do once I've taken pictures of this bonnet is change the bonnet. I suppose I better get the new bonnet out and make sure it actually matches. Right, there's the new bonnet, which is all good. A couple of little tiny scratches on it, nothing much, and nothing that won't polish out. I've put it on top of this one. It seems to match all right. Might be slightly different, but it seems all right. And it should be, although I did buy 2 of those wings, it should be off the same car that wing came off of, and that wing matches that bonnet. So yeah, let's get this bonnet off. First time. If you look at it this side, that's pretty much perfect, that side. The other side, it just shows how that wing, how that bonnet was bent, because we're well out on this side. Okay here, but as you come down, so that wing has got to come out quite a lot. So we'll probably have to release, I think, we've got to take all this off anyway, because I've got to do that arch liner. But I think what we'll have to do is drop the bumper here, take the headlight off, and then we'll adjust that wing so it shuts nicely, and then we can put it all back on again. That's first. Well, you just saw me. That's first attempt. I did the bolts up tight. It's a bit not quite right here, to be honest, but not quite sure what's going on there. Actually, has it got to come forward a little bit? It doesn't look like it's got to come forward. Maybe the bumper's got to go back. Actually, it may well just be on 2 bolts. I'll probably not even put that bumper on properly. Yeah. We'll have a look at that after, but yeah, we'll do that first. We'll get it up in the air and we'll get that sorted out under there, get that arch liner done, and then we can adjust it. And we need to try and see if we can sort this out as well here. Now I'm looking at this, before it doesn't match very well, you know, on this bumper to wing. I'm wondering if that colour's not a very good match to this car. I thought it was when I did it. Maybe it was the light I was looking at. I thought it was a decent match, but it looks completely different. That's annoying, that is. I might have to try getting a different paint and redoing it. Might do. We'll see what we've got and see if they do a lighter version of it. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on. Taken me some time to do this, hence why I took it off of record, but I've done it now. It's fitting quite nicely now. I haven't got the bolt in, but it's all fitting in quite nice. That gap has massively reduced. I had to get the porta power out and push it around a little bit and loosen the bolts, move it around a little bit. Took the headlight out, which I remembered was just hanging on by a thread on just that one bracket. So I've put all new brackets on all the way around. One thing I did forget to do was that, so we'll have to fix that. I completely forgot all about that little crack, but it's all fitting lovely now. Yeah, really fits nice. Gaps are good, gaps around the headlights are good. I haven't shut the bonnet down actually, I must do that, but I did adjust that before, so I think it's going to be all right. I hope, because I think I've pulled it out as far that way as I can. Oh, there's the postman. I wonder if he's got a Blue and Me unit for me. No, he's pulling away again. He did look down the drive. Perhaps it's a subscriber. Oh no, he stopped the engine. Fingers crossed it's another Blue and Me unit. I think we need just a little bit of adjustment. Where is that postman? A little bit of adjustment under here. That's not done up under there at all. But maybe the bonnet just needs to do that a little bit, maybe. Possibly. But yeah, that gap is much better now. It's almost equal. Just a tiny little bit too much at the front. And that gap is pretty good. I think acceptable. I think once I've got the bolt in, and that will nip it up, hopefully just enough to have it perfectly equal. So that's good. That's good. Okay. I think what we'll do now is we'll get that all done. We'll get a new arch liner in, which I think is on the back seat. Is that where I put it? No. Where did I put it? I could have sworn I put it in there. Oh well, I'll have to try and find it from wherever I put it. I hope I didn't take it to the dump the other day. Have I been down the garage? You know what, I'm not even sure now that I've actually even got it out of the garage. I know, no, actually, you know what, I don't think I have. I need, not garage, shed. Shed at the bottom of the garden, I think that's where it is. But I've got to dig around for it. Yeah, I know I've got one. I'm pretty, well, I say I know, I'm pretty certain I have, I hope so. I'll go back and have a look now. But yeah, no, that's gone really well. I'm pleased with that. That's good. Yeah, annoyingly, I've got two driver's side. Haven't got any. I've got a set of sport ones. I've got two driver's side ones. I've got no passenger side ones. Typical, isn't it? So I'll have to get one ordered on eBay today. Whew, right. Just been getting all the bumpers and everything out the way that's down there. Right, I'll just having a look at this. These brakes. Let's just have a little look at them. I know this car. I believe this car. Was it this one? That's had bottom arms done. You know what, they don't look, they're all right, but no, they look all right actually. But brakes, that's what I was looking at. No, they're all right actually. There's a bit of a lip on the disc, but it's quite new brake pads, so I'm not going to do those. No lip on the back, slight lip on the front, so no, I'm not going to do those. We'll just give them all a clean up. I'm going to give this the old usual, no I'm not, because I want to get the arch liner in first before I start spraying it. So we'll do that another time. But yeah, no, I'm pleased that that fits nice. Very pleased with that. Just a bit of adjustment on that bonnet and it will be fine. Right, I think while we've got the wheel off, I'm going to jack it up a bit more and get the back wheel off as well, and we'll clean front and back wheels. And I might as well do that wheel arch even though I can't do the front, at least I can do the back one. There's just something else I won't have to do later. It's not my favourite job, but I do it on every car now, just so they're clean, mud free, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm just going to get the acid cleaner out, get the wheels cleaned, do the back arch liner, and then I'll probably turn it around and do the other side as well. At least that gets that done out of the way then. Right, we're back again after a few days, quite a few days actually. We now have a buyer for this car, which was someone that bought a grey one off me previously and crashed it. It got written off, taken away. She now needs a car for her daughter, and this one's in the frame for that. Same colour, different model. She had a Lounge before, a 12 plate. Now she's really interested in this one. So I got it booked. Today is Wednesday. I've got it booked in for Saturday week, so not Saturday coming, but the following Saturday. Seems to be really tricky to get an MOT at the moment, for some bizarre reason, but it's all booked in, so I need to get it ready for that MOT. I've got the new arch liner that came beginning of last week. Got to put that in today, but as you can probably guess, it's warming up at the moment. We're going to get it serviced. Right, I didn't need to service it. I could see that the oil filter was quite new, and I looked at the oil, which I probably have done before anyway, and it was virtually new. But what I have done, I had a squeaky clutch. I tried cleaning it up and greasing it up, which was this one, but it still squeaked like a good one. So it literally took me about 3 minutes to change that. Taking out the circlip, just there, and yeah, 2 bolts, and it's back in, and it's done, good as new, and it doesn't squeak. So I think we're going to leave it there. I mind that the video is getting a bit on the long side. We've done quite a bit in this video. This was actually the first video, don't know why I put 2 up, first video after the walk around, even though I've had this car since April. It's now October. So, as you know, it's sat on my sister-in-law's driveway for 5 months. But once we got started on it, it hasn't taken very long at all. Should only really be one more video, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's not that far off of being finished. So that's it for now. So as always, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. And until the next one, as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.